I'm Priscilla Lombardi, and here's what made news this week. In Stamford, doctors, nurses, and friends joined a former Stamford Hospital maternity patient to celebrate the first birthday of her first child. Reenu Zwolinkis has a neurological disorder called dystonia, which has left her unable to walk, speak, and live independently. With the help of medical professionals, Reenu was able to carry out a high-risk pregnancy and deliver her baby boy Aiden a year ago.
Everybody addressed her medical issues and how could we deal with them. And then once we were able to do that, we made a plan and affected a really great outcome for everybody.
And even at a young age, I realized that we place limits on people. They're the limitations that we put on other people, And that was the beautiful thing about my sister, She did not care about what other people thought, what she could do or not.
Physicians and family members say despite health concerns, Reenu has always beat the odds.
We're in a position of leadership and are facing a crisis, whether it's Sandy, Irene, the largest snowstorm in history. You cannot call the Secretary of State and ask for a timeout.
In Norwalk, Mayor Richard Moccia was formally endorsed by local Republicans to seek his fifth term in office. In his acceptance speech, Moccia referenced the Democratic convention, which ended in a standstill last week, leading Norwalk's Democrats to call the Secretary of State's office for advice.
Democrats get their nomination. It's going to get nasty on their part. We're expecting that, and we will do the best we can to make sure the mayor and the entire Republican ticket gets elected in November.
Republicans say the campaign for Moccia's potential fifth term is now in full swing. All four Democratic candidates will now petition for a September 10th primary.
This is a public waterway. I think that the perception, and I underscore perception, and this means no infringement upon the landowners or anything.
In Greenwich, the Board of Selectmen announced plans to work with officials to construct procedures for moorings causing obstruction to harbors and fairways.
In order for us to have confidence and validity in what we do, we need to go with the people who are charged to represent us.
Greenwich Harbor Master Ian McGillen says he's determined to work with officials to take whatever action needed to enforce lawful orders on those responsible for obstructive and hazardous moorings.
We have to hire somebody to move one of these things. How do they get paid? And what's the process that we have to pursue in order to get that done properly? Because frankly, if we don't know whose it is and we pull it out, it's going to cost something. And that will be on us.
I'm Priscilla Lombardi, and that's what made news this week on itsrelevant.com.